Most DMs naturally already implement some sort of reactions to their players' actions as the matter of course. But how about keeping the campaign alive and yet as if it was well story told, with great plot twists? Yet naturally all by itself without you needing to think them up on the fly as you go, rather than happening as a logical conclusion to players' actions. And in this, we have what I call the trick of equal and opposite reaction. In the beginning, when the players start as a party, in most typical campaigns, not necessarily in all, not necessarily in every case, but in a typical campaign, when the party starts meddling around doing things, before they have any sort of reputation, if that's the sort of campaign, that's why I say that it's not for every campaign, but before they have any sort of reputation for doing this built up, they may as well be invisible for a while, for a bit. After a bit, they are heard to be asking questions, doing things, etc. But normally, DM already takes this into account, usually. But what happens then when the roles are already established somewhat after a couple of chapters or 3 in a campaign, when we know what kind of reputation the party is building up for themselves in their actions, and what kind of reputation and abilities the opponent, the opposition, the other side has. And therefore, what is their business? The business of the opponent, what kind of business are they in? What are they doing? What are they thinking? What kind of reactions would they have to thus far trail left by the party and their reputation? Does it so happen that when the party wanders into a tavern to ask for some directions about their next quest, they encounter a friendly but roguish fellow who says that he has some news that they have been looked for by someone, that there are things afoot, that things are changing, that people are looking for them. There might be mercenaries on the warpath, there might be things happening. Or maybe the person says nothing. They take them in the back, serve them some tea, and there's poison in the tea, and they try to cash in the reward for their capture. Or something else entirely. But what kind of reactions will happen once the job and activities of the opposition, of the opponent, of the party, once those reactions reach the people of the setting? What happens then? Which people react in which way? Which people join the opponent? Which people join the party? Which people flip-flop from side to side? Which people try to cash in on the whole situation? Which people are innocent standing by but will react because any sort of battle on their turf in their close vicinity might endanger their own lives, might do something to their livelihood, to their stores, to their children, to their surroundings, to their ability to earn from their business. What will they do? Will they tell the party something extra? Will they tell the opponent something extra? Will they try to hire somebody else as the third party if they're rich enough to interfere? Will they have their own ideas, schemes, and abilities? What if it's somebody more powerful? What then? What does somebody who has been an elder on this turf think of these upstarts fighting it out between each other? What will they do? Who will they hire? What will they plan? What will they do? And what will their actions sort of provide for in the situation for it to escalate? As in, what will their actions bring back to the people that are standing around and observing this, feeling the influence, feeling the money coming from above, feeling the situation escalating from below, feeling the heat rising up. So now you naturally just occasionally, once after every session, just take a note mentally of these motions in the background. Are these motions touching anybody, everybody, and who will react? How will they react? What will they do? What is their personal story and what is their reason for reacting that way? You don't need to invent anything. Just when something sort of snaps together, then you wrap it up and implement it in. And you check just once in a while, occasionally between sessions. And you have, therefore, somewhat of a live campaign being much more alive than if you just had the preset key boss encounters and key NPCs and so on. No, at this point, anybody can interfere and anybody can leave just as well and run from the situation if they can afford it. One way or the other. They can also backstab, join, be completely unrelated third party that is doing similar things differently and gets dragged into it, involved or not, but witnessed and is similar and looks like the opponent, so party charges them. But it's not the opponent, it's not even anybody related, it's something else happening. Somebody else is smuggling something in the containers at the docks. It wasn't even who the party thought it was, nor was it that same quest. It just so happened to be a thing at the time from another source. So as long as you keep checking occasionally whether something like this would be realistically, logically, possibly happening, maybe, then you can sort of dig out who would the people be, the NPCs be, the characters be, and then you can easily just weave forward and see how the story unfolds without you ever needing to make one up. It just sort of makes itself. And then you have a reactive campaign that does have actual consequences, choices, and routes for everyone to take. Now, you should probably, once you have done this few times, keep some keynotes for yourself of what has been the goal of people involved and sides, and who has witnessed what, who knows what, etc. So that you don't forget somebody important or something important once you get to the resolution stage, where everything sort of falls into place and everybody's sort of done, whether they're satisfied, defeated, or otherwise, but things sort of peter out, settle out, get done and over with. And yet some things may linger, openly or surprisingly. Both are good and both should be kept in the notes for later, because that brings us great sequels and plot twists, does it not? So, adventurer, if this has been useful or unique, maybe you can spare me a click and I could see you here next or even every week, because every week I have more such things for you. I make them myself. I'm Em, and welcome to dMTable. See you next time.